All right, ladies and gentlemen, how the hell are you? Chronic Chris, Asgard Radio, your stoner with a toner. And yes, that is brand new. I just came up with it. If you don't know what a toner is, you need to watch the movie Pitch Perfect. Either who, we're waiting on Slider, but in the meantime, we're talking to Bree. Bam!
Hey.
Oh, hanging out and I didn't do my homework because I thought Jim was going to be here.
No, you're good. You're good, man.
But so you're an independent artist from Georgia, right? I got that.
I'm from Indiana originally, Indianapolis, born and raised, and I moved to Atlanta about 5 years ago. So my project's based out of there.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're originally from Indiana. Whereabouts in Indiana?
Grew up downtown Indianapolis.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Naptown.
home of some good football and the last brick paved racetrack in the United States.
I did not know that.
I'm pretty sure. Let me fact check myself. Hey, honey, is Indianapolis the only brick paved racetrack left? No. Don't quote me on that. We're not 100% sure.
No worries.
My fact checkers. So B.A.M is basically you took your initials and made it your band name.
Yes, sir.
Awesome. That actually just clicked into my brain like 30 seconds ago.
Yep. It's my initials.
Okay. And how long have you been doing music?
My whole life. My mom's a classically trained opera singer, so I grew up more in the theater world. Played violin since I was like 8.
Oh, nice.
Still do. Classically trained as a vocalist myself. And then as far as me doing like my own thing, probably like the past like 4 to 5 years is when I started taking and doing my own stuff.
Okay. 1 second here.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't need to ask what got you involved in wanting to be a musician.
Yeah.
Sounds like it kind of runs in the family there.
Yeah, it's second nature almost.
Right on. And that's awesome that now you're a second generation musician, or
my grandfather was in a jazz group back in the day.
Okay.
And so I guess like third generation musician.
Right on. So there's some real deep musical roots there.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's always awesome to see a third generation musician.
Right.
So who's your influences then?
It's all over the place. Celine Dion for sure. There's like cassette tapes, VCR tapes of me rocking out to Celine Dion. Michael Jackson, because he's from Indiana too. Amy Lee. I like so many different types of music. Amy Winehouse. It's all over the place.
Okay.
A lot of women though. I'm inspired by women a lot.
Oh, right on. Now, a lot of those names you just said really aren't very metal. What influenced you to do metal?
I had never heard it before until I was like in middle school. And I was just on YouTube one day just scrolling. And Black Veil Brides popped up, Knives and Pins, that song. And I was like, oh, what's this? And I clicked on it, and I had never heard extreme vocals before. So just as a vocalist alone, it was just kind of like, I want to learn how to do that because I know people could do that.
Right on.
And then I just started down the rabbit hole, and then basically just started taking lessons and learning how to do it for myself. And I personally don't consider myself a metal artist. There's definitely a lot of metal influence on my music, But I consider myself to be more post-genre, where I'm genreless. I just make what I feel.
Okay, so you'll have album with a metal song and a jazz song and a little something extra thrown in.
Yeah.
Awesome, because I am jealous. You got to
Of what?
meet you got to meet the great one, Dolly
Uh,
Parton. What
yeah,
was
Miss Dolly.
what was that like?
She's the sweetest person ever. Very genuine, very humble. Exactly what you would think, just like someone's sweet auntie.
Right on.
Yeah, I love Dolly.
That's awesome. Uh, and you got to be an extra in her movie.
Yes, I was a stand-in for Jennifer Lawrence on
Oh,
her movie.
okay. Now, how did that come about for you?
Also grew up in a lot of like TV type of stuff because my mom does like voiceover work for Nickelodeon and stuff. So I just applied and
All right.
yeah.
You says your mom does voiceover for Nickelodeon. Anything we would have heard her in?
I don't remember. It's been a while. She did a lot like in the earlier 2000s before I would have even known what she was doing when I was a kid. And still does like a lot of commercials and stuff. Like when like call now for blah blah, like very like that kind of stuff. Book narration.
Oh, hey, maybe we have heard her voice.
Yeah, you probably heard her voice.
Oh, that's awesome. So you got any tours or anything planned in the near future?
Not this year. I'm thinking next year is gonna be my year because right now I'm still mix and mastering my first ever um, release as B.A.M will be coming out around December, and then I'll be releasing the full project next year.
Ooh, all right, people. So
Yeah,
when she releases that album in December, I'll have to make sure I get a copy to put on the
absolutely,
computer and then give away to a listener.
absolutely.
Uh, yeah, because I mean, one of my big things, and I always say, support your bands, buy the merch, buy the albums, buy the t-shirt, and I'll buy the album, like I said, boot it onto my computer so I have the music for Asgard, and then caller number 5 gets it.
Absolutely, I'm here for it.
All right. So how has I mean, I know it's kind of dying down, but it's still an ongoing thing. How has COVID affected your being a musician wise?
Oh, a lot. I actually was booked to tour with OTEP, and she sadly had to cancel her tour due to COVID.
Otis
Last
had to cancel a few tours in the last couple of years.
Yeah, her brother passed. She's had
Yep.
some things happen to her, and wish her well. But yeah, it's affected a lot for me personally. Also with me being newer and just trying to get my foot in the door in a lot of things, and most of the bigger bands are rescheduling all of their stuff, and you know what I mean, already have rented out a lot of venues and things, so it's a little more difficult to be put on a tour
Right.
at this time.
Well, and I always say in the music industry, you can't just put your foot in the door. You got to kick that thing down
Yeah,
and say, I'm here.
yeah, yep. Yeah, make your presence known, that's for sure.
So have you done any shows or tours in the past?
I toured with my mom redid The Color Purple back to my theater background, and I toured doing that.
Like
Um,
the soundtrack with the movie Whoopi Goldberg?
like the play, like the Broadway version
Oh,
of The
okay.
Color Purple. Yeah, so
Okay.
she toured that around. And as far as like me personally, I haven't toured as B.A.M, but I've done a lot of local stuff in Atlanta.
Oh, nice. Um,
Yeah,
so you moved to Atlanta from Indiana.
yes.
How was that?
Oh, love it.
The traffic
I
don't bother you?
No, I love where I'm from, but as far as like opportunity, there's not much. And I moved down here to just better my life.
Right on. Because I've never personally been to Atlanta, but I've heard horror stories about the traffic and the way people drive down there. And
Oh yeah, they think they're on the speedway for sure.
I mean, I lived out in LA for a little bit back in '07, and that was too much for me.
Yeah.
Granted, where I
I
lived in
personally don't
Illinois,
mind.
I was only an hour and a half from Chicago, hour on a good day. Right now, I'm an hour and a half from Nashville, Louisville, and Evansville, but
Oh, that's nice.
I'm not a big city guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. I prefer a big city.
See, I like the small town feel with the big city and driving distance. So that way, if I want a little city, I can go, but then I can get back home
Right.
to the middle of the coal mine.
Be comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't mind it though. I like it. Change of pace.
So right now you're in Nashville, you said.
Yeah, I'm down here visiting my guitarist. I'm gonna hang out and write some good music and do our thing.
Oh, hell yeah. Perfect time to get out of Georgia too.
Yeah, you're not wrong. A hurricane.
Because people out there, April Santos, our DJ down in Florida, she's doing okay. She lost power and got some debris in her yard, but she's doing okay. And I hope all of our other Florida people are doing well. I had some really good video of this hurricane at about 2 a.m.
Goodness. Yeah, I'm happy she's all right though.
Well, my one buddy, he's crazy, and he decided it was time to go outside.
There's always that one. Like, let me capture this on film.
Right. Well, and I'm leaving for West Virginia tomorrow at 6 a.m. So, and it's saying I'm going to get the tail end of it, which I'm actually excited for because a hurricane is the only natural phenomenon I have not witnessed.
Ah, okay.
So
Gotcha.
I'm excited for it.
I'm gonna pray for your safety though. You get down there, all right.
All right, I appreciate it. Let's see. We went through influences. COVID is shitty.
Yeah.
Sucks. You said you like extreme vocalist.
Yes.
Who's your top 3?
Ooh, that's difficult. Currently, I'll do a current list because it always changes for me. Will from Lorna Shore, you have to, hands down, that kid's just incredible. Really rocking with Left to Suffer right now. Taylor's a great vocalist. And Megan from Vexed.
Okay, I know who Megan is.
Yep.
No, Phil Anselmo. I get that reaction a lot. I mean, I'm a huge Pantera fan.
Yeah.
And I do like Phil Anselmo. I'll admit it. I'll be honest.
Yeah. And another one for me, I mean, I'm wearing it right now, but Ginger all day long.
Ginger.
Tati's freaking incredible. You cannot make a list without her being on it. She's just insane.
Yes, and I believe she's finishing up her European tour if it's not already done. I haven't checked up on her in a minute. Last time I looked, she was getting ready to run out of Ukraine to go on tour.
Yep. I think they're about to wrap up. I think you're right. Head down here to the States.
I just had so much going on. Last weekend I was up in Illinois checking out another artist and visiting family, plus Louder Than Life was going on, so I was relaying with people that were there. And between working 14 hours a day at the day job, I mean, this is a challenge sometimes.
I feel you. Yeah.
You guys heard of the struggling musician? I'm the struggling DJ. But,
keeping it.
So album release in December, so possibly a tour for 2023.
That's what I'm hoping on. Yeah, that's the plan.
That would be awesome. Yeah, because that OTEP tour, one of them, she was supposed to be with Raven Black.
I believe so. Yeah.
I believe. Yeah. Because I went to the show at Battle Creek, Michigan that OTEP dropped out of.
Yeah.
She dropped off the tour.
Yeah.
And it's sad that stuff like that happens, but
Right. Yeah.
all we can do as fans is pray for the best for our artist and
Right.
wait for the next tour.
Right.
Uh, so yeah, besides the album and the tour, any other cool plans?
I just launched my YouTube documentary series, and what inspired that was you always see documentaries of like musicians after they've made it, and I thought it'd be cool to record me in the process of getting to that point and have people be able to follow my journey with me and be a part of
Awesome.
it. So we dropped the first episode last Friday.
And that's the Diaries of B.A.M, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep. And I'm super excited. So we've got it'll be dropping new episodes every other Friday. That's how we're going to do it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So people, make sure you check that out. It is on YouTube. Yeah, just Diaries of B.A.M.
Yep.
And it is the YouTube page is B.A.M.
Yep.
Capital B dot capital A dot capital M.
Yep.
How about any merch?
All that's going to be dropping when I drop the album.
Okay.
Yeah. I've got some surprises. I'm really excited. So
what kind of equipment do you use? Any sponsorships or anything that way?
no sponsors yet. Hopefully one day soon that'll happen. But I personally, when it comes to guitars, always record everything on Ibanez. We use Line 6 for completely DI when it comes to gear. I use a Shure mic.
Okay.
So that goes.
Awesome. Yeah, eventually when I get everything all set up and redone again, I want to get a old school looking from the 1950s Shure ribbon microphone. That would be awesome.
Those are so cool, man.
They are.
On one of those, yeah.
But I'm going to be saving money for a minute to get it.
Yeah, they're expensive, but those things are cool.
But you are you doing this show on October 19th?
Yep.
All right. She's doing a show with Chidora Plastique, The Lost Trees at Sabbath Brewing in Flat Shoals, Atlanta.
Yep.
Okay.
Super excited. That's gonna be a fun show.
That is. In fact, I'm sharing that to the Asgard page right now.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun one. That spot it's really taken off too, with a lot of local Atlanta artists have been playing up there at the brewery.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, we like local artists and stuff like that.
Right.
Because that's pretty much what Asgard here, that's what we're all about, is your local, independent, unsigned bands.
Yeah.
The stuff you're not going to hear on the radio driving in your car unless you're tuned into us.
Yeah, tune in.
or you got the artist on Spotify or YouTube or something, but
right.
So yeah, we're looking forward to the album in December. And
excited.
I don't know where Jim is today.
I don't know. Hopefully he's all right.
Yeah, I'll try him again after a little bit. But Jim, I'm saying this in front of everybody, in front of the world. Come on, man. You get me to set up an interview and then you don't show?
Come on, man.
You're fired.
If you guys have an email, I can send you one of the songs so you guys can check it out.
Oh, yeah. cmness81@gmail.com.
Got it.
I'll tell the whole world my email. Send me music.
Yes. All right, here we go.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm not driving to West Virginia. Someone else is. So I'm going to spend 6 hours in the truck.
I feel you.
Checking emails and downloading music.
That sounds fun, though.
You know, it's kind of tedious at time. But
yeah,
in the end, when I get to listen to all the new music I haven't heard before and all that stuff, it's kind of worth sitting there for 4 hours staring at the screen.
Yeah. Like you get to check out some new tunes and
because I mean, we get emails coming in. Besides the 200 I get every Tuesday from Slider, I got music coming in from 4 other independent promoters. So
right,
it's not always easy to keep up with it all.
Right. I feel you on that. It's gonna be a lot of fun though. I'm really excited, and we've got some cool things that we're gonna be doing next year that I can't speak on it yet, but happy to have people be tuned in beforehand so you can say you were there.
Right.
already knew to be tuned in. Already knew.
And that's one thing that sucks about this industry, but it's understandable. I mean, I get information all the time. You can't repeat this information. You can't play this song until this day.
Right.
Or, always giving me stuff I can't talk about.
Right. Yeah. That's the thing. But the secrets are normally always worth it in the end because you're like, I was there. I already knew. Like
Right. Well, and it's also hard, being a internet radio station because we don't do news, we don't do weather, we don't do sports. Personally, I'm a big Kentucky Derby horse racing fan, so every year I talk about the Kentucky Derby, and y'all gave me some weather to talk about for now.
Yeah, hurricane, something else. But yeah, I always wanted to go to Kentucky Derby. I've never been.
Oh, me neither, but I watch it every single year. This last year was the first year I did not put $2 down on every horse, and it was probably one of the big mistakes I ever won. Because this year $20 would have got me 160.
Oh shit! Yeah, yeah. I feel you on that.
There's always next year to get that long shot.
There you go. There you go. Keep it positive.
Plus, it gives me a reason to bust out a funky hat and drink mint juleps.
Yeah, turn up. A good old time.
So, being in this industry, what's the craziest thing you've seen so far today? The one thing that made you turn your head, look at your guitar player, and be like, dude, did that really just happen?
There's been some personalities that I wasn't expecting out of some people. I'll put it like that. A lot of egos floating around.
Yeah.
So a lot of egos floating around.
Yeah, people do tend to get diva.
Yeah, to get a big head after something good happens to them. It's like, dude, I was not acting like that before. But
I'm sorry, the only diva allowed in the music industry is Mariah.
You're not wrong. She's known to be like that, but I mean that's kind of part of her brand at this point.
Yeah, I thought
makes sense.
I thought that was her brand shit way back in the 90s.
Yeah. I'm like that's part of her brand. It makes sense for also well deserved though.
Yeah. I mean, to be able to have that vocal range and then maintain her status in this industry for as many years.
Yeah.
But now, if you could sit down and talk to anyone throughout history, living or dead, and just sit there and pick their brain over dinner and drinks, who would you want to talk to?
Jim Carrey.
Fuck yeah! Now,
That's big homie right there. I'm like obsessed with that man.
Same here. In fact, I just ordered the Ray Finkel jersey.
Oh man.
I've been obsessed. Well, not obsessed. I mean, I'm not gonna
No,
go
I
to his
am. I'll
house,
admit
but
it. Like,
yeah, ever since in living color, Fire Marshal
yeah,
Bill, when he was the Rubber Man. I mean, I've been in love with that man, and
yeah.
I had the opportunity. Well, I didn't have the opportunity. I had the privilege to bump into him on
Oh
accident.
wow, yeah.
Uh, I was out in LA back in 07, and I was actually on Rodeo Drive, and I bumped into Jim Carrey, and I just geeked out. And
Yeah.
Jim Carrey is the nicest, most down to earth guy. He's actually the person that taught me how to act around celebrities, because he looked
Yeah.
at me and he's like, "Hey man, I'm just a person just like you. Calm down, buddy." And I'm like, "Yeah, but you're Jim fucking Carrey, you know. I'm gonna tell you something." He's like,
Yeah.
"That's my job. It's a really cool job, but I'm just a person."
Right.
So, you
Yeah.
know, every time I get to meet someone that I always wanted to meet, a personal idol of mine, it's just Jim Carrey flashes in my head. Remember, he's just a person.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I personally really like Jim Carrey, not so much for his career, to put it like that. Like it's because he's so open about his mental health and him as a person and what he stands for and the way that he communicates things is just like intriguing. Because also too, I have a lot of the same mental health conditions as him. So for me,
Right.
it's like inspiring to see someone, you know what I mean, like that's able to just like push through. And that's part of the reason too, I personally feel like he's the only person that's able to do a lot of those characters, is because he uses his mental health to his advantage while acting,
Right.
you know? And yeah, I just like to sit down and like paint with him.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, like let's paint some stuff.
And you know, I'm glad he's open about, you know, his
Sorry
problems
about
and
that.
what. Oh, you're good. You're good.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, go
Uh,
ahead.
yeah, I'm glad he's open about it and stuff. I think the movie Man in the Moon uh really brought it out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, but Jim Carrey all day.
oh yeah. And people out there, if you know someone that's struggling with mental health, or you yourself are struggling, life is awesome. Life is amazing. If you need someone to talk to, the National Mental Health Hotline is 866-903-3787.
Yep.
Or if you want someone else, my phone is on 24/7, and I will listen to anyone.
There you go. That's beautiful.
Uh, but all right, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a blast talking to Bree here. I like to keep the interviews short and sweet. People nowadays have a really short attention span.
You're not wrong with that damn TikTok.
So I'm leaving tomorrow for West Virginia. I'm going to keep in touch with Bree when the album
Yes.
hits. When the album hits in December, would you want to come back and talk to us again? And this time we'll get Jim here.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready.
Oh yeah! All right, ladies and gentlemen, check out Bree Mays, the band B.A.M, on YouTube. The Diaries of Bree, all kinds of good stuff happening. And
Yes.
and like we said, she ain't putting her foot in the door. She's kicking it in and saying, "I'm here, bitches."
Yes. Let's go.
All right,
Nice talking to you.
ladies and gentlemen, tune into asgardradio.com 7 days a week, 24/7. There's always music. DJ times right now, we're hoping April will be able to make it on Monday. Brand new music every Tuesday with New to Tuesday with Slider, Whiskey Wednesday with Chronic Chris on Wednesdays, Throwback Thursday happening Thursday night. And then Throwback Thursday After Dark with myself, After Slider. Whatever the fuck I want Friday, your weekly top 20 Saturday, and Sunday fun day. So tune in and turn that shit up.
Yeah, y'all tune in.
And make sure you check out Bree, check out her music, and when she gets some merch, make sure you buy that shit. Support your bands. All right. Thank you so much, everybody out there. Have a wonderful night and keep it metal.